Here are my notes that I prepared, and here is my outline that I prepared. And today I'm going to talk about how healthy it is to breastfeed your babies with breast milk versus formula. Breastfeeding is known to be one of the healthiest ways that you can feed your baby. It provides your baby with so many different nutrients that formula will not, such as sugars, fats, waters, and proteins. Breastfeeding is also known to be a healthier factor for mothers. It helps them actually to lose weight quicker than what they actually would without breastfeeding their newborn babies. I've also learned that with breastfeeding, it actually helps to reduce your newborn babies from getting SIDS, asthma, and having lower respiratory problems, and also type A and type B diabetics. Despite the evidence of the benefits of breastfeeding, it has been stated that over less than half of a million babies that are born in the United States are breastfed. And I've actually heard from some mothers that I've actually have that are friends that were breastfeeding their babies. Most of them started off breastfeeding maybe about 2 or 3 months, and after that, they said that it was actually harder to feed their babies with breast milk because of the pain and the different feelings of getting up in the middle of the night versus having a bottle ready versus breastfeeding and wondering if their baby was getting enough milk. But they also provide classes that actually help you to determine to know when you know that your baby is getting fed enough breast milk or not. And it's also known that many formulas have been on recall because of what is actually in formula. It doesn't provide that extra protein and extra lining that breast milk does provide in order to stop your baby from getting SIDS, type A and type B, diabetes, and also respiratory problems as well. Breastfeeding is the ultimate best source of nutrition for your baby. Human milk has two types of proteins. One is called casein, which is 60%, and the other 40% is actually called casein as well. They have one that's 40% and they have one that's 60%. And they said that it's actually easier for babies to digest breast milk versus it is formula. And I also have a chart here that actually shows the percent of likely what babies are. With SIDS, your baby is likely more to get SIDS by 36% versus formula feeding. Type 1 diabetes is 19.24%. Type 2 is 22.9% chance of not getting diabetes. With asthma, a 27% chance of not getting asthma, and a 64% chance of not getting gastrointestinal infection. And it's also known that formula feeding is starting to become more expensive in our society today. For about 10 cans of formula, it is costing a family over $200. And imagine how much of a dent that would actually put in a family's pocket would have to come out of pocket and pay for formula. And formula is also known that is the lack of material infection, fighting antibiotics that breast milk will not. And your baby is also at risk and prone to getting more sick than often than babies that are breastfed. And there is pretty much no other way to protect your baby from viruses by having a healthier future and also protecting yourselves from cancer, helping you lose weight, and even faster after birth with your newborn baby. And as a mother with my son, I was actually not able to breastfeed my son after I had him because I had him about 4 weeks early and my milk wasn't producing as fast as I wanted to. And I did not want to feed my son breast milk and formula at the same time. I wanted to either give him formula or I wanted to either give him breast milk. And I have noticed after overall with the research that I've done for my speech today that my son actually stays sick a whole lot more than what he would have if I was able to breastfeed him. Because in my chart that I showed you all, he is actually has asthma and he has the gastral infection of where when he was little he was not able to keep his milk down as much as I would wanted him to, and I've had to even take him to the doctor on multiple occasions when he was smaller with me wondering if he was actually getting enough milk. But I do believe that breastfeeding your babies is healthier for you and for your child, and it is the best way to go. Because as a mother, as I stated, with seeing my son get as sick as much as he do, I honestly would go back in time and actually change it to where I would have tried my hardest, even harder than what I did, to actually be able to breastfeed my son to where he would able to get the nutrition that breast milk gives him versus what formula gives him, and I wouldn't have to deal with him being sick as much as he is today. But as mothers, we learn and we live and learn. But as a mother, I would say if you can, I would breastfeed my baby. It's the healthiest way. It helps you out in the end, and there's pretty much nowhere else to go. But for those who cannot breastfeed, I know sometimes you have to just roll with how you can go. But overall, with my speech, I've learned a lot, and just overall, with breastfeeding, with the information that I have, it's just the healthier way to go. Thank you.